Okay, slight update on the Steve OK update. Um, I took a nap earlier in the evening, and Roger sat on the couch and watched the bedroom from 2 rooms away, and Princess cavorted and ran around, and April and Oi and Samira all hopped on the bed with me, and so I slept for about an hour and a half. When I woke up and went and checked on the patient, and he had gotten himself to the litter box, urinated, and made his way back to the the bed box thing, the pet porter. So, and I noticed that he was laying on the other side now. So, right now he is actually laying with the uh, his right leg, the one that seemed to be injured first, on on top. But earlier when I checked on him, that was actually on the bottom. He had turned the other way, so he is able to move and turn. He's finding positions to lay in, I think, that alleviate the back pain that he may be having, and it's definitely something to do with his hip because I can see that he, after he rehydrated, which I'm making this video after rehydrating him again, he just drank a bunch, um, and he's got a fresh bowl of water there, and obviously he can make his way to it if he gets thirsty. So he's had a pretty good gulp of water, and he's laying in like what you would call like a jackknife dive position, like his back is arched, curving forward, and then his feet are basically extended. But what it means is that his bum leg is no longer like pulled up like this with a cramp. It's now like this or like this is the equivalent. So he's getting a full stretch with the hydration and having eaten tonight, which I'll detail the food thing in a moment. That's part of the reason for the update. Um, he's purring. He's breathing steadily. He's not whimpering or crying. There's just a little slight, almost a coo underneath of it, but it's not like a pleasant coo. Um, April, I don't know what you think you're doing. These girls cornered a mouse, and I think it made its way back to its stronghold. Baby, you can be up there, but you cannot be on that. I've got an issue with my kitchen sink. There is whatever comes when Drano completely finishes its chemical reaction still slowly making its way out through a leak underneath the sink rather than into a bucket, mind you, from which the water evaporates faster than it drips. Um, I've either got something that got in through the outside aeration vent, or I don't know, but whatever it is, the Drano didn't take care of it, and pouring both boiling water and Drano into the top vent to see if there's anything in there resulted in the sink filling, which means it's farther down. So, yeah, that's just a thing that I've been dealing with for quite a while, actually. And so I've got to be careful that these guys don't. I've almost thought about closing off the top area, but they like to go up there too. So, anyways, it turns out that these hemp joint health. What was I saying before April distracted me? Yeah, he's getting good stretches in on his leg. There is some heat coming from the one hip area, so there is something. I don't know if it's a fracture or what, but either way, we'll transport him very delicately in the box there to vet as soon as I can get an appointment made. I got to get to bed here shortly, and then when I get up, it's going to be phone call and time and appointment set, and hopefully something today or tomorrow. But in the meantime, I have something somewhat of a solution. So it seems in that It says give 2 per day. So I can give him one in the morning and one at night. That's good. Nobody would touch these, but I went to break one up to mix it in with his pate. I decided to give everybody some salmon since he likes the salmon, and I'm not going to waste the rest of it, so I'll let them eat it. And I went to break these chews up, and they powder. They powder like I wish bouillon cubes would. And so we've got glucosamine from shellfish, omega-6 from flaxseed, hemp, and lecithin, methylsulfonamethane, MSM, which apparently is an active ingredient in this, hemp seed oil, hemp seed powder, omega-3 fatty acid from flax, hemp, and lecithin, calcium ascorbate, vitamin C. I actually have some citric acid, but I doubt he would drink that. Omega-9 fatty acids, flax, hemp, and lecithin, manganese, and DL-alpha tocopherol acetate, vitamin E. Oh, that's my knee, baby. And active ingredients: brewer's dried yeast, canola oil, citric acid, dried potato product, that's cool, glycerin, lecithin, maltodextrin, mixed tocopherols, natural flavoring, rosemary extract, sorbic acid, tapioca starch, vegetable oil, water. So it's not terrible. Can't use in pregnant cats, though. If lameness worsens, discontinue use and contact your veterinarian. So, anyways, yes, this is supposed to be for joint health, and it features a lot of hemp, and so they didn't like the smell of it. They didn't want to eat the treat. What happened, though, was that, like I said, these powdered really easily, and I powdered one up and mixed it in with his pate, and he scarfed right in, and he actually ate a little bit more of the pate than he normally does. He ate a healthy chunk. And so then I broke another one up over I broke 2 up over the rest of the cats', since, everybody else is 5 years old too. The only difference is his neuteredness and his weight, and a couple of the girls here are a little thick. Well, I'm gonna give them 2 C's. They're cute, but no, like, it's a good time to start getting into something like this anyway. And Roger with her urinary health, and occasionally Samira and Princess, and even Steve one time had eaten the cranberry ones as well, which is why they ran out as soon as they did. But anyways, yeah, so they all had a meal with this hemp stuff in it. Everyone's moods have considerably improved. And I don't mean it as like a joke. I mean like literally, like they're hunting mice. I gave him a little bit of catnip. I gave Roger her nightly medicine treat as well. Roger's been napping quite a bit. She realized that Steve's not feeling good. She got over the anxiety from yesterday, and now she's just like, ugh. And everybody's a little subdued, plus the hemp. But also joint health medicine. Everybody scarfed. I mixed some in with the dry food as well, and they scarfed that. So maybe it gave them munchies and they ate a bit more. So I won't do that all the regular. But I will probably include some if there's, maybe break one up for all of them in a pate or something nightly, just a little bit, because I don't want them being all knocked out all the time if they don't all need it like that. But Steve got the full dose. I didn't want to video him at this time. He is resting comfortably. Like I said, I got him watered up. He seemed a little irritated after a while, and I was like, okay, bud, here we go. So put the lid back on him, and I turned all the heaters off and opened the windows. It got really warm. It was just abnormally warm today. I had 71 degrees inside the house at one point. I just turned everything off with the fans. Opened some windows. Turned off the heater in the room that Steve was in. Brought a fan in. Cracked the sliding door so air could get through, but not cats. And open the window in the bedroom. So I think that window is still open. Everything else is closed up. And I got one space heater in here on now, and it's still fairly warm. It's pretty ridiculous. So anyways, the room's cooled off in there. He seems pretty comfortable. He's not in any kind of distress at this time, other than the inconvenience of the situation. Um, I'm glad that I got them to eat the hemp vitamin treat medicine thing. That'll be good for them all. And shortly after that, Princess caught a mouse. April, I think, stole it from her. Oi joined in the chase, and they lost it and caught it and lost it. And then just before starting this video, I had to chase April off of the counter once before, where the issue with the sink is. I've got a bunch of like dishes and things stacked up in front of it. Like, it looks like a horrible mess, but it's a barricade that the cats aren't supposed to be able to get onto. So they're waiting for this mouse to come back out from under the stove. I don't think it's going to, because it fell into the one sink that's got like spit, coffee, and whatever's left of that. Whatever I don't know if it's sodium hydride or what it is after the reaction's done. But anyways, I don't know if it's toxic or not. But I was like, I'm not going to just sit here and listen to this mouse struggle and drown the whole night. So I went ahead and got a cup and saved the mouse's life for it to only later die eventually when these cats are going to catch it. I'm hoping it doesn't make them sick, or that it just kind of cleans itself off or dies somewhere else. I don't mean to sound morbid or macabre. That's just the reality. It's life. I live in the country. I have cats. Cats kill mice. Cats do mean shit to mice before they kill them. And if you've ever actually sat and watched cats play with their mice before they kill them, the mice are in on the game. It's the weirdest damn thing. I don't know if mice are born knowing that they will reincarnate in the fact that rodents reproduce extremely rapidly. But the mice do the cat and mouse chase, but you ever notice Tom and Jerry were friends until the human came around, kind of thing. So, anyways, this ends the update. 2:43 in the a.m. Monday, November 8th. I'm going to go to bed until probably about 8 or 9. I'm going to wake up and start making some phone calls. At least one of the vets I was interested in looking at, that I think may have been the one that actually answered the phone, the first ring, was actually out of town for the weekend. And I think if it's his practice that is in the small town that it's named after or whatever, I think it was the Kirkwood one. If it's him, that means he won't be open again until Tuesday. And he just from talking to him, even though he wouldn't, it was very brief and I don't want to say terse, but it's like, I mean, I called the dude at 5:30 in the morning. So this guy was extremely professional, and he wasn't dismissive. He was just like, we're out of town, bro. I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, hey, thanks. Thank you for answering. So maybe be able to get, well, it depends on with anybody else's who I can see, or I'll call like Allgoods, where they have a vet that claims to serve cats, and I'm gonna call them and be like, hey, so do you guys do cats? Like, what's up with this vet saying that they do cats? Because I might go check them out. They're in town. It's a lot closer, but yeah, I'm thinking what it's gonna be is an X-ray or two for sure, probably a blood test just to find out what's up with his red blood cell count, and then possibly a painkiller prescription. And I don't know if they're in the capacity to do the thing that I'd seen with the towel and the pulling of the leg. Now that his leg is straightened out, they might be able to relocate it if it is dislocated more easily. Typically, those dislocations happen from getting hit by a car. So the only thing I can think is there's a couple of high spots he might have fallen off of, but I never saw it. I never heard it. I come home from work and he's not limping. He gets on my lap and he jumps off, and he is. So the only other thing I can think is a kink in his back from the landing, or the way he was laying on my lap. Couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't get comfortable. I don't know. That is a mystery yet. But again, he's not in bad spirits. I've seen cats that are waiting to die, and this cat is not waiting to die. He's waiting for the pain to heal. So, and he's purring. He's purring on his own in his little safe box. So, once before, as said before, please pray for my cat. He is one of my 6 everythings, and I don't even know what I perish the thought. That's all I can say. And I don't know. I guess pray for me too. So hopefully I have good news on the next update, and I'm trying not to jinx it, because otherwise I'll just have to do some other goofy video or something else and and move on and just not talk about it. And eventually I'll be at the point where I can if that's what happens. But hopefully we find that he's recuperable. So have a good night.